All right, welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to be talking about setting up a solid foundation for your business. A lot of people say, hey, I want to grow this empire. I want to grow this business. I want to be big. I want to make this a multi-million-dollar company, which is great. I love that. I love dreamers. I love entrepreneurs. I love people with visions. That's what drives us all. That's what drives the economy. That's what takes us to innovate, to create, and make something new. I love it. But we do want to make sure that we're on a solid foundation. So let's talk about that a little bit today. I just want to touch on a couple points. If you're not building on a solid foundation, you're building on sinking sand. So let's get into it. What is a solid foundation? First of all, we kind of have to understand a couple things, right? So you look at these big corporations and you're like, I want to do the Apple strategy, or I want to do the Google strategy, or I want to be like one of these big companies. What you have to realize is when we're starting out small, it's a little bit different. We're not Google, we're not Apple, we don't have their funding, we don't have their departments, and we don't have their employees. One thing they have to do is, because they are so large, they actually have to scale each thing down into an individual department. So you have your marketing, you have your sales, you have your data analyst, you have your systems analyst, you have a CEO, COO, you have all these different people in place, and that's so you can run everything effectively. That's awesome. But what happens when you're starting with you, or maybe a partner, or just a couple people, and you don't have all those? One of the first things we need to realize and recognize for our foundation is marketing, sales, and customer service are not separate things, separate divisions. They're all going to be one thing with us, and that's what we want to talk about. When you get bigger and you want to scale, that's when you start separating it out. But when you're small, you have to start where you start, and you have to realize that those are all one things and they go hand in hand, and we do want them to work together, not separately. We want to have a consistent, coherent message that speaks the same thing, and it's all working together to accomplish the same goals, the same visions.